And another story dealing with money today. Politico is now reporting Democratic super PAC, American Bridge 21st Century, is spending $3.5 million on ads in key swing states like Arizona, Georgia, Pennsylvania, and Nevada. The goal in those states is to boost President Biden and his initiatives ahead of the midterms, especially on issues like the economy. Joining us is Politico campaign reporter Elena Schneider. Her name is on the byline of that Politico piece. And Elena, President Biden's not on the ballot here. What are these ads trying to do?
They're trying to boost his favorability, which we've seen really fall in recent months to, the high 40s, which is not a great look for Biden, but it's a bigger problem for those Democrats who are on the ballot who would hope for a higher presidential rating, which will then help them win in their key races.
So is this the case of trying to change the overall political environment as opposed to trying to help individual House and Senate Democrats in some of these places?
That's exactly it. It's trying to sort of, by boosting Biden, the idea is that it's going to lift all boats and it's going to help Democrats in several of these key states. These 4 states are all places that Biden won in 2020. So the idea is that these are voters who might be open to a positive message about the president and therefore may think positively about Democrats who are also running in these midterm races. And even though as these races also feature, states that he won, they also feature big gubernatorial, Senate, and House races that are going to be deciding the margins in Congress come 2023.
So a rising tide lifts all Democratic ships. Is there a thematic messaging here? Are there specific issues that they're trying to raise the president standing on? I mean, give me a sense of, if you're not living in one of those states, what they're going to be seeing a lot on television.
They're going to see a lot of economic messaging. That's what all of the ads that came out that I reported on talk about. And when I was speaking with a top staffer at American Bridge, they said if we can't hold his numbers on the economy, nothing else matters. So we can expect to see a lot of economic messaging, cost of living, talking about inflation, sort of acknowledging the challenges that voters are facing and dealing with every single day, but trying to point out that Biden is working on those issues, that he's aware that these are problems. All of that sort of helps this idea that Biden is maybe not the cause of these problems, but is trying to fix them. And so that's what they're really going to be focusing on in this midterm messaging.
I feel like there's a lot of discussion among Democrats about this strategic debate between take what you've done and go sell it, like we just heard from Gina McCarthy talking a lot about the infrastructure bill, and we need to do more to lift our fortunes ahead of the midterms. As you look at the messaging in these ads, it sounds like the super PAC here is coming down on the side of remind people of what the White House and the administration has already done, no?
I think there's a bit of a both and. I think there's an attempt to try and sell what the administration has done or is trying to do, while also acknowledging sort of just the realities that people are in pain. So they do it in very light touches. That's not super explicit. It's not heavy-handed, but it's a light acknowledgement that things are tough out there. And that, as you said, that sort of the answer to that is what is Biden doing or trying to do to fix those issues? The question is whether or not voters actually believe these ads, believe that Biden is focused on these issues and is trying to do something about it. That's the key question here.
All right, Elena Schneider, Politico national campaign reporter. I will see you on the trail. Thanks for